Would you guarantee 100% we see that fight?
Yeah, I'll say 100%.
I will retire Jon Jones without even fighting him.
Jon Jones called us last night and retired. Jon Jones is officially retired. Tom Aspinall is the heavyweight champion of the UFC.
Was that so fucking hard? Was that such a hard thing to fucking do, Dana? We have been asking you to make Jon Jones retire, give him the ultimatum to retire or give up the belt or fight Aspinall. That's literally what we've been asking for a fucking year. We have asked this for a year. Make Jon Jones fight Tom Aspinall or make him retire and strip him of the belt. Dana just got on the press conference after the fight night and said, "Oh yeah, man, Jon Jones called us last night and he told us that he's done." Nah, man, you gave Jon Jones an ultimatum. You said, fight Tom Aspinall or you're fucking retiring. And he chose to run away from the sport like a coward that he is. Jon Jones has forever tarnished his legacy with this situation. Let's get that straight. Jon Jones has completely and utterly ruined his entire legacy with this situation. Because at least with all the other people in the GOAT conversation, you could say they fought the best people and they didn't duck anybody and they gave up the belt when it was time for them to retire. You know, even with GSP and Whitaker, you could say, okay, GSP, he never fought Whitaker, right? But at least he retired whenever Whitaker was there, you know? At least you could say, you know, GSP never ducked Whitaker because he gave up the belt. He said, all right, my time's up. Jon Jones has been stringing the UFC along, and he has made Dana White look like a fucking idiot. Dana White, let's look at Dana White's face when he's announcing this again.
Jon Jones called us last night and retired. Jon Jones is officially retired. Tom Aspinall is the heavyweight champion of the UFC.
Look how fucking pissed he looks. Look how fucking pissed Dana looks, bro. You know what's crazy? He promised us this fight. He promised us that we would get Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. Tony has died, defeated Tom Aspinall. We did it. Not just me. It wasn't just me. It was you too. Everyone that signed the fucking petition, every single person that signed the petition to strip Jon Jones, every single person that went into ESPN MMA's comment section and the UFC's comment section and said, strip Jon Jones, and attacked Jon Jones, MMA Guru, Bedtime, Lucas, everybody that was on the Ariel Helwani, all the UFC fighters like Volk, like Curtis Blades, everyone calling for Jon to get stripped. We are the ones that defeated Jon Jones. We got Jon Jones to retire, aka he's gone from the sport forever. Let's watch another clip that we got here. This is from a year ago.
I will retire Jon Jones without even fighting.
And he did exactly that, bro. I'm not even a Tom Aspinall fan. I'm not even like a big Tom Aspinall glazer, bro. I went and watched Tom Aspinall at UFC 295 live, and I was cheering for Sergey Pavlovich whenever they fought each other, bro. But guess what? The UFC heavyweight division can finally move on. We can finally go to the next thing in the division. We can get Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane, or Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira, or Tom Aspinall versus Volkov. And this guy, he finishes his fights in 2 minutes and does not take any damage. We can have a fucking heavyweight fight on every single card for the rest of the fucking existence of heavyweight. This guy finishes his fights in 2 minutes and takes no damage. This guy could be on every single card. I want to see Tom Aspinall on UFC 320. I want to see him on fucking 319. Fuck it, bro. Let's get this guy ready to go. He's ready. He's ready, and he's been training. He's stayed active. He's been training for Jones. He's been training for Blades. He's been training for Almeida. That's another fight. They can make Tom versus Almeida. They can make fucking anything now that Jones is gone. We don't even have, like, Jon Jones, we didn't desire to see him. We desire to see the continuation of the UFC. And the fact that Dana has allowed Jon Jones to string him along for this long is ridiculous. Dana White has been completely embarrassed by Jon Jones. Let's find some more clips real quick.
Jon Jones versus the heavyweight fight.
Looks like you're not announcing anything soon. You have promised to us Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall on multiple occasions, Dana. You promised us that this fight was going to happen. And whenever you were asked about the petition to strip Jon Jones, you laughed it off. You said, it's kind of fucking silly, man. There's 200,000 people that signed the petition, and only out of 8 billion people on the planet that are UFC fans. That's kind of a fucking stupid, silly thing, bro. Like, who would want that? Well, apparently you do, because you just fucking stripped him. So, how is that, bro? How is that? How about that, Dana? You fucking made fun of the petition. You said, oh, petition's so dumb. There's so many more people that would rather see Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. Well, guess what? You just fucking stripped him yourself. So you were the one that signed the fucking petition, buddy. Fuck you, Dana. We'll get Aspinall versus Jones done, guys. Don't worry about it. We're going to get it fucking done, man. We're going to get this fight done. No, you're fucking not. And we've been telling you for a year. And this is why Dana White needs to be fucking fired from the UFC. Because me and you as fans knew that Jon Jones would never step in the cage with Tom Aspinall from the beginning. There was one point in time where it was hopeful that it could possibly happen. But for the past couple months, Jon Jones has been living in fucking Thailand, hanging out with ladyboys, getting his fucking jerk on, He's doing all this stuff. And we're saying, okay, he's clearly not going to fight Tom Aspinall, strip him. And Dana's like, nah, man, we're working on the fight. We're going to get it done, man. We're going to get it fucking done. We're going to get it locked in, boys. You're not getting shit locked in, bro. You just stripped your fucking pound for pound king. It's the biggest fight in heavyweight history. And you couldn't get it done. This was the fight. And you know what, Dana? I don't blame you. I blame Jon Jones. But I blame you for falling for his fucking tricks again and again and again. You have dealt with this guy since he was 20. Think about the fucking car crash with the pregnant lady. Think about the DUIs. Think about the failed drug tests. And you think to yourself, okay, I've dealt with this shit for fucking 15 years. You think he would fucking understand that Jon Jones has no, will to help the UFC, the company that has made him a millionaire. You think Jon Jones would want to help them out, give him this fight the younger guy? But no, man. Walked away from the sport and left Dana White hanging, man. It looks like Jon Jones was saying that, I don't want to fight Tom Aspinall publicly, and it looks like he was saying it privately to you too, because he just called you and said he was retiring and ducking. This dude is a fucking duck. His career is over, and we don't even, dude, I will say this. A lot of people put Jon Jones on this pedestal higher than everybody else. I'll tell you this. If Islam Makhachev wins 2 more fights, he's better than Jon Jones. That's not even crazy. If Islam Makhachev beats JDM, and then he beats Shavkat, or he beats Ilya, or he beats somebody else at welterweight, his career and what he has done is better than what Jon Jones has done. And that's not a crazy thing to say. Let's keep watching this though, bro. Jon behind the scenes, he says behind the scenes he's ready to fight anybody. But when he's in public, he's just saying, no, I don't want to fight him. But Jon's just a strange individual. Yeah, he is a strange individual. We know what he does in his free time, all right? We know what he does. He's a little freaky guy, all right? There's no way Jon doesn't do this fight. There's no way that Jon doesn't do this fight. Well, it looks like he's not doing the fight. It looks like you just promoted Tom Aspinall to be the undisputed champion, Dana. And we have been saying for fucking a year and a half now to get rid of Jon Jones. And you have laughed it off. And I'm going to fucking revel in this shit. I don't give a fuck, bro. You eat your own fucking words, Dana, all right? Jon Jones isn't afraid to fight anybody. Except for Tom Aspinall. He's afraid to fight him. But he'll fight anybody else. He'll fight anybody else. Jon Jones isn't afraid to fight anybody. Except for the person that's most likely to beat him. Alright?
And that's a fact.
And that's a fact. Jon Jones glaze is over. I'm so happy about this, man. I don't even know what to say, bro. Except for I told you so, man. Not to you guys. To Dana White and to all the Jones fans that said Jon Jones isn't afraid of anybody. Jon Jones. And here's the thing about this whole situation. If Jon Jones just made his intentions clear from the beginning, we would not even be fucking pissed at him. It's the fact that he gaslighted us into thinking that it might happen that we're fucking mad. If Jon Jones just came out and said, yeah, man, I just want to have this Legends fight with Stipe. I just want to talk to Stipe. We'll have our fight because we're 2 of the best ever. And then I'm going to give up the belt and walk away. We would not be mad at Jon Jones. Maybe we'd be a little annoyed, okay, bro, you're not fighting the best person. But we could be understand of the situation, right? But the fact that Jon Jones acted like he was going to do this fight for so long and then backed out because he knew he'd get knocked out. And that's the thing, bro. Jon knows he would have lost. We watched Jon get touched up by fucking Reyes. We watched Stipe hit Jones with clean shots that would have Tom Aspinall hit him with that would have put him away. We have seen people hurt Jon Jones, and not just that. We have seen what Tom Aspinall does to his opponents. He flatlines them in 2 minutes each. His average time, he has the shortest average fight time of all time. He's only seen a second round once. Like, is that not a crazy thing to say? Tom Aspinall's entire career could have been fit in one Jon Jones fight. Holy shit, bro. If you don't have Jon Jones at your number one pound for pound, then you are a casual. You hear that? That was Dana talking to us. We don't know what we're talking about. We're just casuals. We're idiots. We don't know anything about the sport, man. We just watch every single Saturday and tune in to his shitty cards like Jamal Hill versus Khalil Roundtree. We tune in. We watch every single one of them. But we don't know anything about the sport, man. We don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. We're just fucking idiots. You know, Dana White, he knows that Jon Jones is the pound for pound greatest fighter of all time. And he'll beat anybody. He'll fight anyone. He doesn't give a fuck, man. He doesn't care at all, man. Fucking stupid, bro. And listen, Jon Jones would have been knocked out cold by Tom Aspinall, and he knows it. He went to sleep with his boyfriend every single night, shivering, thinking about Tom Aspinall. And that's a fact, bro. You can look it up. It's true. You go on Google and type in, was Jon Jones scared of Tom Aspinall? It will say yes. Look, there it is right there. So here's a question that people are going to ask me is, does this hurt Jones's like actual legacy? When we look back at Jones's resume, we will see killers, all right? We will see Stipe, we will see Gon, we will see DC twice, we will see Reyes. But when you really deep dive into what like Jon Jones's career, he had a very close fight with Thiago Santos. He arguably could have lost to Smith if Smith decided to take that knee, bro. And it would have been a DQ, and Smith would have been champion. But Smith spared Jon Jones. Let's make that clear. Anthony Smith spared Jon Jones. He lost to Reyes. He arguably lost to Gustafsson. He arguably lost to Santos. He was on steroids for DC. And I'm pretty sure it's like every single one of his opponents was older than him by a lot, bro. Like, DC has been retired for about 8 years now, and that's his best win. And Stipe is his second best win, and he literally retired right after. So when we look at Jon Jones's legacy and we really nitpick it and we say, was this a good person by the time he fought him? I just think that this whole situation where Jon Jones said he's the baddest motherfucker on the planet for this long, and he doesn't fight the one person we all want him to fight, it speaks volumes. It's not something you can just ignore when we're talking about someone's legacy, man. So yeah, I think this definitely affects his legacy in a big way. But yeah, man, that's kind of like all I have to say, bro. I just wanted to get this big I told you so into Dana White, I guess. But the more important thing to take away from this is that we as a community banded together over something that we all agreed with. Whether you're a fucking Tom Aspinall fan, whether you're a fucking Dominic Reyes fan, even Jon Jones fans knew that this was ridiculous. And we had a lot of good Jon Jones fans coming onto our side and telling Jon Jones he needed to fight Tom Aspinall or step away, bro. So, at the end of the day, I'm glad that we could come together as a community and get this shit done, bro. I know that we pressured the UFC into doing this. When if it was up to them, they would have fucking kept Jon Jones as the fucking champion forever, bro. But we spoke up about this shit and we did something about it. So that's something proud I can say about us, all right? But thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you like the video, like, subscribe. If you hate Jon Jones, like the fucking video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.